It's Monday, April 7th. We got a little bit of a recap, but we also got a little bit of a preview. And then also want to just talk about the remaining 4 games that the Lakers got coming up on their schedule. The Lakers currently, they're not locked into that 3 seed, but they're getting closer to it. We're now up 2 in the loss column on Golden State. Also, I think it's actually all the way from 4th to 8th seed. So we're up 2 on the loss column on Golden State, Denver, the Clippers, Minnesota, and Memphis. That's how jam-packed the rest of it is. So I'm happy the Lakers are a little bit out of that. But yeah, so since they got 2 up and then they hold the tiebreaker on everybody, unless they have an epic collapse these last 4 games, I feel mostly confident they should get the 3 seed, which will have them out of that OKC bracket for the second round, which now doesn't seem as pertinent. But it'll also obviously give them home court advantage whether they get the 3 or 4 seed in the first round, because it does look like Houston is about to get that 2nd seed the way that things are going. And then, Houston's actually been playing pretty well. They beat OKC right before us. But yeah, the Lakers put belt to ass on OKC yesterday, man. Start to finish. I want to say OKC had a little lead in the beginning, like 6-2, 6-4. It's 9-6. After that, it was pretty much wire to wire, man. Lakers all the way. It was a torrid first half. I'm talking about Lakers hitting everything. Cash money, whatever you say, wet buckets from everywhere. I'm talking about Luka pulling up logo threes, LeBron from 30 feet out, Austin Reeves 30. It was ridiculous. Gabe Vincent hitting his threes. They hit 15 threes, tying a franchise record in the first half. So the Lakers were extremely hot. And you know what the pundits will say? Oh, well, they can't sustain that. But it's about how they were creating these shots. Everything was coming within the flow of the offense. Or the way it happened was they initially were switching everything, trying to get Hardenstein on, or they were getting Hardenstein on Luka, and he was just eating his lunch. Then they started trying to blitz and double team, seeing that Luka was just having his way with them, and then he was finding everybody anywhere. And then everything was flowing efficiently. They was just hitting everything. We was scrappy on the defensive end. We out-rebounded them. It was beautiful, man. I would say it was effort all around, hustle. You could tell they wanted to send a message to the Thunder from the get-go, and that's exactly what they did. They kept Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who averaged, I want to say, about 9-10 free throws a game. 0 free throws for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, so that was beautiful. Lakers was packing the paint, daring OKC to shoot. OKC was missing a lot of shots that they might make, so we got to be prepared for that, but the way that's what the Lakers were asking for, and then whenever Shai Gilgeous was trying to get to his spots, they was double teaming aggressively, extremely aggressively. So I like that. It was beautiful. They made everything tough on them. They scored 78 first half points. That's the most OKC has given up this year. Lakers was up 22 at halftime. They made 22 threes overall in the game. They outshot the OKC from the free throw line. It was just a beautiful, we look like the better team. If you watch the game, the Lakers look like the better team. Lakers bench outscored Oklahoma City bench. And that's one thing to start watching for. When Gabe Vincent, Dorian Finney-Smith are hitting their threes, the Lakers are a totally different team than when they're not. 50-50 balls was going the Lakers' way. Everything was rotations with Chris. There was no let up the whole way because the Lakers is known getting a 20-point lead and then the team coming back somehow. But yeah, no, it was beautiful, man. And Luka was Luka magic. It wasn't his best numbers. That was his best game as a Laker. He had some 40s. He had some big triple doubles with the Lakers, but that was his best game. Just taking into account the opponent, the seeding, the situation, that was Luka's best game. That's what we traded for. So yeah, that was playoff Luka. Now obviously he'd probably have bigger numbers because it won't be a blowout, but that was Luka at his finest. Even on defense, he was jumping passing lanes. It was beautiful to see. So Lakers, they got the Thunder again actually tomorrow night, but I believe they might end up resting everybody. I don't know if it's a thing where they want to, hide their hand and not give OKC a chance to adjust. And I can't say for sure because the report just came out, and right now everybody's questionable. I believe Austin Reeves, Luka, LeBron, Dorian Finney-Smith, Rui's out for sure, but everybody else is questionable, which usually is an indication that they may be resting everybody. But if they do, it could also be to just load up for Dallas. I feel like the Lakers got to win at least two of these games to lock up this 3 seed. If they end up losing tomorrow, then Houston locks up the 2 seed. The last game is against Houston. Houston probably ends up sitting everybody in. So it's that end of the season where everything's kind of jarbled. But yeah, tomorrow we got OKC. I haven't checked the odds lately. I'm sure OKC will be favored. It would be beautiful if we could go in there and get a win. And like I said, I don't know if they're sitting, but everybody is questionable, which usually is an indication of that. So let's see, man. Lakers Thunder. But yeah, 4 games remaining. Lakers in the 3 seed. And we up 2 on the competition, tiebreakers on everybody. It's a beautiful thing, beautiful time to be a Lakers fan.